his mama this, his mama that. Then he get mad and want his crap. We stay mad about 10 minutes, then it's like back on the bike to play hide and go get it with the younger selves by the bungalow.
And we're back. News Talk 1380 WAOK, Sidney Wood, the voice of Atlanta, 404-892-2703. Phone lines jam-packed, looking for you too. Call on in now. We'll talk all morning and afternoon long. Prize closet going to open up in a little bit, let you know what's in there for you today. First, my guest, Jermaine M. Gourdine. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
You know, it was almost a year ago that I met Brother Jermaine. It was the Car and Bike Show last year, and he was out there, had his book, and was making his rounds at the radio station and other places there, and really made a strong impression on me. Had him on my Saturday show, and I figured that this is really the week where we can open this thing up and get into it. If you look at the back of the book, it says, "Are you angry with your father? Are you tired of feeling lonely? Do you find yourself questioning what a man is?" Well, the answer is here. And he begins to talk about the book, My Father Was There. How old are you, Brother Jermaine?
I'm 25.
Interesting. So at your age, you are approaching fatherhood yourself, and you're at a distance where you could actually be the age of my son. And I'm glad to have you here because you have a rich wealth of knowledge. How were you inspired to write such a powerful book? What made you do this?
Well, let me ask a question. When you hear the word fatherhood in the African American community, what's usually associated with that?
Negative connotations and stereotypes.
Absolutely, and it seems to be the norm. You know, and I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the norm. So, you know, I was feeling like everybody doesn't identify with that story. You know, even Drake said it in the record. He was like a sad story, Black American dad story. You know, and it seems like that's the norm for everybody. But, you know, I had a problem with it. So I was like, you know, that's not my story. My father was there. Yeah.
You know, Yogi, the intern, wants to marry Drake, by the way.
So is that right?
Be careful when you bring that name up. She might jump across the board here.
Thanks for warning me.
I think it's particularly important when we talk about in the African American community, and not just fathers for children in general, but the male connection, where there's an impartation that you receive from your father. But it doesn't have to be your biological father, because there are men, there are men in my life who have imparted to me richly, and I have no blood relationship with them, but they've given me treasure. And your book allows for that impartation to other men. I don't think you're sitting here boasting that my dad was there and yours wasn't.
Not at all. It's
really lessons for young black men who have or have not had their dads in their picture.
Exactly. Anyone can learn from this book, but the direct priority is the young man who didn't have his father, because he's the one who needs these lessons most.
Wow. Well, look here. We're going to open up the telephone lines and happen today on the radio. This is happening on the radio. It's bringing health at Cure. This is Men's Health Week. And once we resolve this issue, this lingering issue for generations regarding our fathers, and put it to rest. If you got somebody that you've been holding on to, you know, one of the big things of forgiving is Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. A lot of the dads that you're angry with didn't even know what they were doing, operating in ignorance, doing what they saw their dads do who didn't know what they were doing. And we're just continuing a cycle, and we can't let it perpetuate to the next generation. We're gonna fix it today. We're going to heal through the words and the release of words. Sometimes people have been holding on to things they've never said before. We want to find those words on the radio today, like Max on line 1. Good morning, Max. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. How you doing, brother?
Good.
I want to say, man, that I think it's a curse, man, that we have on us, and the only way to break that curse is through the grace of God. And what I mean by that, man, is it's almost like I went back in time. And what I mean by that is I don't have a relationship with my father, and I don't have a relationship with my son. And going into the situation that I was with my ex-wife, I knew the responsibilities I had as a man, being that my father was not there. So I made damn sure that I was going to be part of my son's life, man, and I tried. I 100% try. There's always two sides to a coin. And to this day, knowing my responsibilities as a man, that I was not going to give up on my son or my two kids. But there was no way that I could prevent this from happening. I sit back now that I'm older, and I try to just look at the situation that I was put in other fathers, man, and it's just like it was nothing I could do.
Yeah. Yeah, let me say this, and we're going to get started off right. I appreciate your transparency on what you're telling me. Most men like you who have an estrangement from their children want to be connected to their children. There are a number of factors. Right. It could be prohibited by the parent that has custody. It could be an issue of self-esteem, and I don't know how to do it. And it could be I haven't done it for so long, I don't feel comfortable re-engaged.